Hello guys, welcome you all for this end-to-end AIML session, which is where you're gonna learn everything that you guys require in order to become a successful data scientist. If you guys to this point, please make sure that you guys watch all the previous videos, so that you can get a better understanding of what we are doing now. So guys, make sure that you guys are completely well versed with all the concept that we have taught this point. If you guys have any doubts, please let us know. Please put it in the comments so that we can take up the questions and then solve your doubts. So let us not do too much. Let's just dive into this session. Okay. Today the session is all about supervised learning regression. So supervised learning, in that we're gonna see a type called as regression. Okay. So actually we have seen about machine learning and then the types, and from that type, one of the type is supervised learning. For that we are gonna see regression. Okay. Before going for this, let's have an idea of what is supervised learning. Supervised learning is where we will be giving label for the data and we will be training the model. For example, we will be having an apple image and we will say it is an apple and model will try. We have a banana image and we will say this is a banana and you will try. Like that we are training, right? That is supervised under the supervision of humans. Okay, labeled data. Okay, so that is what supervised learning. Under this we are having a technique called as regression. Okay, regression analysis is a statistical method used to predict the dependent variable based on one or more independent variables. It is a fundamental technique in supervised learning where the goal is to learn a mapping from input feature to the continuous output. I will put it in simple manner. So regression algorithm is something which is used to predict the continuous value. For example, you need to predict the house price. Okay, how you can predict it? Based on the area, based on the size of the house, based on the city where it is really located or not, like those things, based on the price of nearer house. So like based on the number of bedrooms. So these are called as the um, independent features. These features makes the price of the house. Price is a dependent feature which depends on the independent features. Okay, so this is how the regression model works, and the most common formula for the regression model is y is equal to mspc. We need to just find the slope which can fit most of our data points. So this is what all about this regression problem. Yes sir, over to you.
Yes. So, guys, watch all the sessions 5 to 10 times and do reinforced learning and go through again and again and write in the comment section what have you learned, how you're going to apply, absorb the information, digest the information, and apply the information. So, do all the assignments and then watch all the sessions 5 to 10 times, then come to this session and write in the comment section if you have any feedback for improvement, and we'll be continuously making these sessions available for you so that you can become best data scientists, AI researchers, or deep learning engineers or data engineers. So whatever end-to-end AI ML consists, so you will be learning through this program. And let us start this session. Supervised learning. So when we say supervised learning, so the data is already labeled, input and output is already defined. Okay. So regression. So regression analysis is regressing. If you go to word regression, so if you check the meaning of what means regress, you um, you do lot of I'll say you do lot of um, experiments with the different variables, so that you get the best outcome. So in regression analysis, it is a statistical model to predict dependent variable based on one or more independent variables. So that means, suppose there's a coffee shop. I have set up a coffee shop. So now I want to compete with, suppose, Starbucks. Okay, this is a global brand. So now I have done some research, how much they are selling, what product they are selling, and all. But I am not Starbucks. So they are the brand, they are global brand. So I'm starting new. So I need to see for a cup of coffee, what are the different variable price points. I have to compare that, which also with the profitability. So I have two variables. One is pricing, second is profitability. Okay, then I'll have different variants, which will called variables, so that I'll check which one is most profitable, and I'll have more customers, and I'll get profitable, and they will also get the best price. So this is how we can use simply, you without computer you can use regression analysis this way to predict the best optimized price for your cup of coffee if you're starting a. So you can apply same way for a restaurant, you can apply for anything in real life, uh, to predict the best outcome comparing two variables. Okay, so predicting the dependent variable based on one or more independent. So it is a fundamental technique to supervise learning where the goal is to learn mapping from input feature to continuous output. So again, we'll have inputs and outputs defined. So we are giving cup of coffee, but the price is defined. Okay, we'll sell this. Then we compare that and we find the best. So this is the example, like you can use regression simply in practical manner, but in machine learning, we have an algorithm which is called regression analysis, regression algorithm. So we use it for supervised learning, and then there's some math and then data, and this is how we can apply it. Thank you.
Yeah, that's actually great, sir. Okay. So next, what we're gonna see means overview of regression analysis. So regression analysis involves finding a relationship between the dependent variable, one or more independent variable, and dependent variable is only one variable. So first of all, where it will be using means predictive modeling. Regression models are used for predicting future values of the dependent variable based on the independent variables. So the thing is, you can predict the future whenever you have a large volume of data, and we can find the pattern and we can predict the future. So that is what predictive modeling. Next, relationship discovery. So regression helps uncover the strength and direction of relationship between the variables. Whenever you just plot the regression plot, you guys doesn't believe, it will show the relation of whatever the variables we are having. Okay, then we are having data exploration. This regression can be used to understand patterns in data and identify influential variables. So this regression analysis also acts as a data visualization tool. So the thing is, overview of data, like regression analysis is not only useful for modeling, it also used for discovery and also data exploration. Yes, sir. Over to you.
Yes. So see, regression in analysis, when we see overview of regression analysis, w- it involves finding relationship between dependent variable and one or more independent variables. So, okay, then we have three different things here. Predictive modeling, it helps us. Regression models are used to predict future value of dependent variable based on the independent. So I told you, based on the profitability, I want to predict the best price for my cup of coffee. I'm saying one cup of, I can apply n number of products. So here I'm giving one example. So again, I want to predict. So I'll use for predictive modeling. And then relationship discovery, regression helps uncover the strength strength and direction of the relationship between variables. So again, I'll also, while I do it, I'll not do with one or two variables. I'll do, suppose I'll do 10 times I do 10 variables I'll have. Okay, so suppose I'll have 100 rupees, I'll have 250, I'll have 175, I'll have different pricing, and then I'll predict the best one. And then once I do that, I'll also predict the relationship of discovery between those pricing and profitability. Okay. And once I have more customers, so I should not be having price so high so that I have limited customers. If I have limited customers, then I won't be profitable. I might see, oh, I'll sell my coffee at 250 or 300 or 500. Then I might sell only 5 cups, which is 2,500 rupees. But if I make pricing, let's say 150, and I sell 50 cups, so imagine how much is that? 50 into 150. So it's I am profitable. So I'll experiment with different pricing points, which is called variables. Okay. And I'll find the between the independent and on one or more dependent and independent variables. I'll do kind of experiment, guys, with the data or with the pricing and profitability, and then I'll find the relationship between it, and then data exploration. Regression can be used to understand patterns in data and identify influential variables. So we also need to see, oh, is pricing the thing for customers? So because the pricing is a thing, so customer thinks from, oh, if I spend 150, that's okay. If I spend 250, so I need to understand his psychology. Like data exploration will help you to find those patterns and identify the influential variables which influence the decision making. Ultimately, your customer is making decision based on the number, how much he is earning. Suppose somebody earns 2 3 lakh rupees per month. For him, buying cup of coffee for 3 400 is not a problem, but person who is earning 20 30,000, for him it is a very, so you will uncover those patterns and hidden things. I'm giving example. It can be in different industries, it can be different patterns. So I'm giving one example. Yes.
Yeah. So next we are having simple linear regression, guys. I think you guys have already know about the line formula. That is what is simple linear regression. So simple linear regression uses single independent variable to predict the dependent variable. And that's a thing. So y is equal to mx plus c. I think you guys have known. So y is equal to b naught plus b1x. That is b naught is c, whereas b1 is m. So y is equal to mx plus c. That's it. That's the equation. So what is an assumption? For simple linear regression, we're gonna say linearity, independency, normality, and homocentricity. The thing is, based on this assumption, we are creating this simple linear regression. Application, it predicts the house price based on the square foot, and then we are having sales, forecasting, and then we are having marketing. So based on these applications, this simple linear regression is very useful. Yes, sir. Over to you.
Yes. So simple linear regression is we use single independent variable to predict the dependent variable. So see, if you see the words variable, it is only one single independent variable and predicting the dependent variable. It's not variables, it's not plural, it's only one. So equation is y equal to uh, uh, y equal to beta. So equation is yeah. So equation is so we have this equation. So then we have assumptions. Okay. So linearity is there, independence is there. So assumption, what the assumptions we have, that is based on the, we have linearity, we have independence. So it is not dependent, it is independent. Okay, normality, and we have homo centillensin. So these are the like we have these three assumptions for the equation. Okay, and the application is predicting house price based on the square feet, sales forecasting based on the market spend. So this is what I was saying. So it can be a simple linear regression, uh, like uh, like single on a single independent variable, or it can be you can use linear regression for multiple variables also. But what I was saying, I gave example of like cup of coffee. Like if you have set up a cup of if you've set a restaurant compared to your Starbucks. So how you're going to predict the pricing of a cup of coffee so that it is you're profitable and you have good customers, right? Your customer repeating customers. So same way here we have to predict the price based on square feet. That would be one of the variable. Sales forecasting on marketing spend. So we need to see the one is the square feet, that can be a variable, and then marketing spend, how much we have spent on marketing. So this is how we can apply simple linear regression on a single variable, whether it is independent or dependent variable. So this is how we can um, apply. Okay, let's move to the other slide.
Sure, sir. Guys, next is multilinear regression. So it is similar to the that of single linear regression. Only difference is the formula. Okay, here we are having y is equal to b naught plus b1x, right? But in a real time scenario, how the formula for this multilinear regression is, let's consider we are three people. Okay, now how a multilinear is working is b naught plus b1 x squared plus b2 x2, like that it is cumulating and using. So we are having multilinear regression, right? So multilinear regression fits or uses multiple statements or multiple independent variables to predict the dependent variable. So first step, it will identify the independent and dependent variable, then we will fit the regression model, that we will train the model. Next, we calculate the accuracy. Finally, it has something like interpret the regression coefficient and use the model for prediction. So this all depends upon how we select the model and what type of data pre-processing we are using. So we are coming by using the this multilinear regression. Okay, so where we will be having multiple independent variables but in simple linear regression we will be having only one independent variable, right? So this is how this multilinear regression works. Okay, so yeah, sir, over to you.
Yeah, so multilinear regression, which I already said that if we have multiple variables, whether they are independent or dependent, then we can use multiple linear regression. Otherwise, we'll use simple or single. You call it single or you call it simple. So if it is one, it would be single linear regression. If it is multiple, so it will be multiple variables, independent or when you predict, so dependent and independent, because we can only do regression when we have two variables, independent and dependent. So step one is to identify dependent and independent variable, because when it comes to comparison, so ultimately regression, it compares the best outcome, right? Best fit, or optimizes the best decision. Okay, so it needs to have two variables to compare, independent and dependent. Okay, now that's clear. Step two, fit the regression model using statistical software. That is the second step. Third is evaluating model performance using metrics. So we have to evaluate the model performance using metrics. And fourth is the interpret the regression coefficient using the model for prediction. So we have to interpret the regression coefficient so that and we use the model for prediction. So this is how we can use multiple linear regression for in machine learning. And the difference is only here we have multiple variables, independent and dependent. That is the only difference. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all about this session, guys. Today we have just discussed about the definition of supervised learning, and we have gone through what is a simple linear regression. Okay, so in that we are able to find we are having one independent variable and one dependent variable, but whereas here in the multilinear regression we are having nearly multiple independent variables to predict the dependent variable. So that is what we are having. So these are very beginning stage of models, guys. We're gonna see different kind of codings, how we associated things, that those things. But like now I have an understanding whenever it comes to Supervised learning, you need to just talk about regression model. Within the regression model, we are having simple linear regression and multiple linear regression. So hope you guys have enjoyed this session. Please, guys, if you guys have any doubts, just put it in the comments. We are here to help you. So yeah, let us know if you guys have any doubts. So hope you guys have enjoyed the session. Thank you. Bye. We will meet in the next session.
Yeah. So, guys, watch all the sessions properly and give us feedback if you have any doubts, any questions. Write in the comment section, and watch 5 to 10 times. Do reinforce learning on all the sessions, then come to this session and subscribe to our channels and properly, and do all the assignments. And at the end of this program, so we'll be having project capstone, and three best performers. You have to submit your projects. Connect at nobletransformationhub.com, and we'll be helping you. Will be giving rewards for three best performers, and you will also get certification from us. So keep learning, be persistent, have patience, and go deep, and do a lot of hard work, absorb the information, digest the information, and apply. Okay, so you'll be learning end-to-end AIML, data science, deep learning, generative AI in this year-long program. So stay connected, subscribe to our channel also, press the bell icon so that you will get notification, huh? And you will be always connected. We'll be uploading these sessions regularly, so be stay connected, and let us move to the other session. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Bye.